Today I've built a scan to find stocks that are consolidating to take a look at to see whether or not I want to get into them for the break up. Because this particular scan is scanning for stocks that are in an uptrend, consolidating. Using a TTM Squeeze and some moving averages. I did not come up with this on my own. I pieced this together by watching several different YouTube videos and taking a little bit from this one and a little bit from that one and building a scan and a chart study that work together to find stocks that you may want to get into, because we know that consolidated stocks that are in consolidation, is a contraction of volatility. When volatility contracts, it's going to eventually expand, and getting on the right side of that expansion move can be profitable. So let's start. First thing we want to look at is we're going to go through the particular things I have built here. And of course, we're going to look at the 4 steps to the high probability TTM squeeze trades. And this is what we're looking for. The stock is in a squeeze on the daily time frame. Now, this particular scan can be put to any time frame, but for my purposes, it's daily. There are 5 EMAs, exponential moving averages, that are stacked on top of each other in proper order. On the particular stock, the stock is at or above that should be 20 EMA. And the TTM Squeeze is showing a bullish momentum. And on the squeeze consolidation, during consolidation, volatility is contracted or low. The volatility contraction leads to volatility expansion. We're looking for stocks in the squeeze that has been previously trending up. Probabilities are a stock that is trending up will continue to trend up when volatility begins to expand again. We will use the TTM squeeze indicator to look to see whether the momentum is bullish or not. The trend. We look for stocks in a squeeze that have been trending up prior to the squeeze. To accomplish this, we use moving averages. The moving averages we use are exponential moving averages, the 8, 20, 34, 50, and 89. These can be adjusted to whatever moving averages you prefer, but they can be adjusted in the scan parameters. These moving averages have to be stacked on each other in the proper order, with the 89 being at the bottom and the 8 at the top. In other words, it's going to be 89, then the 50, then the 34, then the 20, then the 8. We want to further restrict the stock to be above the 20 EMA. The 20 EMA is a popular point to buy a stock on a pullback when it's trending up, or on a retracement when it's trending down. The scan itself. The scan we have for this looks for stocks that are currently in a squeeze, and this is the code right here. And it's looking back 5 bars. You'll see that right here. It's looking back 5 bars. You can change that to 1, 2, 3, whatever. I'm looking for something that's been in a squeeze for a little bit. So it's 5 bars or 5 red dots on the TTM indicator is what it's looking for. So 5 dots, 5 bars. Either way is correct. And you may want to add a second custom scan if you're scanning a broad range of stocks to get a minimum average true range, so you can find stocks that are moving enough to get a profit. This is especially important when trading options. To do this, add a second custom study to the scan and include this in the ThinkScript editor. This is average true range is greater than or equal to 2, a $2 movement. You could change that to 5, you could change that to 1, whatever it is you're looking for. The chart study we have that goes along with this will have the stacked exponential moving averages settings in it, and will give you a label that will either be green or red depending on the stock. If you only look at the stocks that we find in the scan, the label will always be green. If you look at other stocks, you will have a red or green label depending on the stock. Note, this study does not identify squeezes. It just identifies trends to the upside. So if you're using the most basic TTM squeeze scan, that is the setting the squeeze alert to 0, this study is used in conjunction on your chart will help you identify stocks in the proper setting for a high probable continuance of the trend. If you did not use the scan and you're just looking at other stocks and you want to know if they are in a squeeze, you will need to use a TTM indicator, and then you can use this study to identify whether or not they're in that high probable uptrend. And here's the code that we're using for that chart study right here. So you could pause right here and copy it if you want, but I'm going to leave you the links down below just to go ahead and grab the scan and grab the study, and then you can pick them apart when you get them. So let's take a look. Let's get rid of this. All right, here's what the scan looks like. It's custom, and I got the 5-dot squeeze I'm looking for in it, and then I'm using this particular moving average scan, which you will find if you were to add a filter, add a study, go to custom, add a study, that is completely wrong. Go to popular studies, you will find moving average scan in the popular studies right there. That is the one I'm using right here, okay? So let me go ahead and just get rid of that because it's not anything I need. So that's it in a nutshell. That is what I'm using. And I got them all set to exponential. Everything's set to 0. Got the particular links right here. All right, so that's the scan. Here's the chart. Now, this is the Keltner bands here. I like to use in conjunction with all this. Obviously, you see the TTM. And here's what we have available in the S&P 500, or excuse me, S&P 100. That's what I'm going to give you is one scan in the S&P 100. This one right here. You can change that to S&P 500. You can change that to your own watch list, whatever you want to do. So, but I have created a couple styles here. So just to show you real quickly what the study itself, which is this, the TTM label, has all your links here, your colors and stuff. I have on this particular saved style, I got show plots off, so we're going to switch it over to this other one. And let's go ahead and remove this Keltner so you can see it clearly. And you'll see it's only showing right now these moving averages are stacked in the proper order. Here's the TTM squeeze. It's going back at least 5 dots. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This one's gone back 8 dots. It is showing bullish momentum, so I'm going to be taking a trade on this. I take that back. Earnings are coming up. I don't trade in the earnings. If earnings were not coming up, I would absolutely take a trade on this one because it's showing bullish momentum. It's in the squeeze. The momentum indicator is above the 0 line. What about this one? Let's go back to my original. Now that we know what's here, it's also on this one. I just have them hidden just to clean up my chart a little bit. So this one here, you'll notice that the momentum, darn it. The momentum is not bullish. So I'm definitely not going to be taking this one right here. Even though it's in a squeeze, going back enough, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bars, the momentum is not bullish. So I'm not going to take that trade. So that's all there is to it. If this helped you, how about leaving a like, leave a comment, subscribe, let someone know about it. You have a good day.